the Wizard.
This is a pop-up book.
Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. Get out of the way. I'm doing this now. A year later.
Yeah, that's not.
I really do want to do this.
What happened to the tornado, man? It's like, I'm drunk.
It's on LSD.
Alright, so
that's what happens when you're on LSD.
Alright, how about we trade off every page?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Dorothy lived in the midst of the great Kansas prairies with Uncle Henry, who was a farmer. And
Is this true?
And Aunt Em, who was the farmer's wife.
Uncle Henry, oh. Whoa. This is pretty cool.
Yeah. Their house was...
Is she jumping on her dog?
She's kind of lopsided.
You should show the pictures.
Oh, here.
Yeah, show the pictures.
Here,
She's clearly jumping on the dog.
And they seem to be like fading into like different perspectives here, and then the house is like
Really
like that. It's like, oh, she's being pulled out of the thing even. Oh my god.
That's not a house, that's a cabin.
Wow, that's crazy.
Cabin in the woods.
Their house was small, no garret at all.
What's a garret?
Except a small hole dug in the ground called a cyclone cellar, where the family could go in case one of those great whirlwinds arose.
One of those great whirlwinds.
One of these.
Well, that was great.
Uncle Henry sat upon the doorstep and looked anxiously at the sky. Dorothy.
Did you guys hear us, by the way?
We don't have microphones.
Yeah, we
don't have that. I'm sorry. Uncle Henry sat upon the doorstep and looked anxiously at the sky. Dorothy stood in the door with Toto in her arms. Aunt Em was washing the dishes. Suddenly, Uncle Henry stood up. "There's a cyclone coming," he called.
He's like,
I sense a surge in the force.
"Cyclone coming." Just look at the backwoods. I mean, come on. No, the you guys, the characters are. Oh my God! What did you do? Was telling the audience. Aunt Em dropped her work. "Quick, Dorothy!" she screamed. "Run for the cellar!" Toto jumped out of Dorothy's arms and hid under the bed. Aunt Em threw open the trap door and climbed down into the cellar. Dorothy caught Toto and started to follow her out.
best kind of baby.
Would you love his baby?
Duck for president.
Dorothy caught Toto and started to follow her on, but the house shook so hard and she lost her footing. The house whirled around and rose slowly through the air. Dorothy sat quite still on the floor and waited to see what would happen. Hour after hour passed away, and slowly Dorothy got over her fright. At last, she crawled over the swaying floor to her bed and lay down upon it. In spite of the swaying of the house and the wailing of the wind, Dorothy soon closed her eyes and fell fast asleep. She was awakened by a shock. The house was not moving, nor was it dark, for bright sunshine came in at the window. She sprang from her bed and with Toto at her heels, ran and opened the door.
Okay. Don't forget to close this part.
Oh, that's a good idea.
LSD NATO.
Okay.
The LSD NATO.
Oh, you got two of these things.
What are these things?
You got two of these little...
Oh, I see. Yeah. Is this Oz that she's in?
Oh, I
it's
think
the
it
Yellow Brick
is.
Road. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Spoilers.
If you play Pink Floyd's album Dark Side of the Moon while we read this, it syncs up. The cyclone had set the house down in a country of marvelous beauty. Oh goodness, what is... While Dorothy... I'm just going to do my regular voice. While Dorothy stood looking eagerly at the strange and beautiful sights, she noticed someone coming toward her, a group of the queerest people she'd ever seen.
You have to understand, that's from a different time period.
Check your privilege.
So that does mean here what it means in England as well.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay. They were not as big as the grown folk she had always been used to, but neither were they very small. 3 were men and 1 a woman, and all were oddly dressed. The little old woman walked up to Dorothy and said in a sweet voice, "You are welcome, most noble sorceress, to the..." Why is she assuming she's a sorceress?
Here's the voice of Fraser.
"You are welcome, most noble sorceress, to the land of monkeys. I mean monkeys. We are so grateful to you for having killed the wicked Sane of the East, and for setting our people free from bondage."
Oh, you're doing Frieza.
That's what he said.
Oh, I thought you were doing a Shizu.
You thought I was being a Shizu?
I thought you were doing...
No, Fraser. Fraser.
Dorothy looked and gave a little cry of fright. There indeed, just under the corner of the house, 2 feet were sticking out, shod in silver shoes with pointed toes. "But who was she?" asked Dorothy. wicked saying of the East, answered the woman. Answered the creepy alien woman.
Debatable.
She has held all the monkeys in bondage for many years. Who are the monkeys? They are the people who live in this land of the East. Well, I prefer the movie version, by the way. Where the wicked saying ruled, I am their friend. I am their friend.
Sure.
When they saw the witch of the saying was dead, the monkeys sent a swift messenger to me. Why would the monkeys be happy that the saying died?
I don't know. You've already dug yourself into a saying.
I am the witch of the Namekians. But I thought all witches were wicked, said the girl. Oh no, that is a great mistake, for I am one myself. Those who dwelt in the East and the West were indeed wicked witches, but now that you have killed one of them, there is but one wicked witch in all the land of Oz, the one who lives in the West. But, said Dorothy, Aunt Em has told me that the witches were all dead. She is my aunt, who lives in Kansas, where I come from. Very specific. Do you want to take the next one?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We should read just a couple more pages, because like this is a very long book. Or we just go through and look at the pop-up pictures, because you guys know the story of the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yes.
They did explain that
Aren't they Ruby Ribbons?
the wizard. They did explain the wizard's mother, wizard great Alphabe's mother though.
Wait, what? Alpha's mother? What?
Alpha is the wicked witch from the
Oh,
West.
Alphabet.
How she came to be is the wizard.
This is not wicked.
I know, but
She was drunk!
Question: why is the why is the witch of the South never discussed? Like, she never even
Because she's from the
mentioned.
South. They seceded.
Look at that.
That's adorable.
Oh my god.
Well, it's adorable. She's dead.
She's dead. Oh. Except her finger autos because.
Frieza, I have a recording of Goku on here.
Which Goku?
Moscow X Goku.
Oh yeah, what did he say?
He has to say he enjoyed Yomicon, but he talked a lot about eating.
Oh well, that's Goku for you.
Can you eat it? Alright,
I do not know where Kansas is. In the civilized countries, I believe that there are no witches left, no wizards. But you see, the land of Oz has never been civilized, for we are all cut off from the rest of the world. Therefore, we still have witches and wizards among us. Who are the wizards? Asked Dorothy.
Friendship!
Awesome.
Oh man, I'm a boy doing a girl voice.
That
It's
is
Taya.
Taya.
Ooh. Let's see. Who are the wizards? Asked Dorothy.
Oz himself is the great wizard, answered the witch. He is more powerful than all the rest of us. He lives in the city of Chaos Emeralds.
Oh no.
Dorothy was going to ask another question, but just then the Munchkins gave a loud shout and pointed to where the wicked witch had been lying. The feet of the dead witch had disappeared entirely, and nothing was left but the silver shoes.
Silver Shul.
The shoes. Yeah, I'm sorry, we've been awake for like less than an hour, so as you can tell from
She was so old, explained the witch of the north, that she dried up quickly in the sun. But the silver shoes are yours. There is some charm connected with them.
When does the Lollipop Guild show up?
I think, aren't they already here?
Skip to that part.
Okay.
I'm anxious to get back to my aunt and uncle, for I'm sure they will worry about me. Can you help me find my way?
The Munchkins and the witch looked at one another and then shook their heads. Yeah, the Munchkins are here. Here you go. Let's see.
Get to the good part.
Let's just go through. Let's go through and look at the pop-up stuff. Come on, that's what everybody cares about.
Look, here's a bunch of cool little houses and things. And here's the yellow.
This isn't cool house and things. This is the shack, the farmhouse.
Dude, it's the scarecrow.
It is the
He
scarecrow.
looks like he's got like.
She's grabbing his crotch, clearly.
Oh goodness, Dorothy!
Clearly, this is a book for
Wait,
children.
say it in the voice of Slender.
Oh goodness, Dorothy, jeez. The lion, dude.
Lion.
Did you really have to check to see who
No,
that was?
sorry, I was.
Like upside down and orange the there's like holographic stuff.
It's
in here.
very
cool and neato.
I want this book. How can I get this book?
I have the key of the
Ooh,
That's really
neato. It's the city of Chaos Emeralds. All 7 of them. And now a miracle's supposed to happen. Maybe.
What about the Super Emeralds?
One more to go.
Those were gonna come, dude.
Oh.
Because Sega. This is so cool.
This
Look,
is
it's
a
easier
really cool.
stuff in the back too. Oh my god.
I know, it's like completely like...
Honey, are you aware to picking that book from the
This
table?
is good.
This isn't Toon World.
Oh yeah, it looks like Toon World.
Toon World.
I was like,
Whoa. This, whoa, watch out. You're gonna kill somebody.
this one is. Oh no, here we go.
It's the witch.
Oh, good. She's like.
Get you, my pretty.
And the dog, too.
Wasn't that was scene where she like surrendered Dorothy in the sky and then Dorothy like collapses in the field? Wasn't that the weirdest, most scary thing when you were a little kid? I was really disturbed by that scene.
She wasn't flying over Dorothy when she
Flying monkeys were pretty scary when they attacked and tore out the scarecrow's guts.
Wait, did you just bring the Joel Schumacher's the
You don't remember that?
No, was that?
They tear the scarecrow's guts out and throw
And
them
then she
out.
has to put him back
Yeah,
together.
she has. Yeah, that was put them back together.
It's nothing but hay and
What is that?
But for him, it's his
Does
guts.
it move?
This is. I think.
Oh my goodness!
What is this?
What is?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
Okay, we're skipping ahead a little bit. It's the abridged version. Can we read? Let's whatever. Let's read this.
Oh, you reading this?
Yeah. Here. You
Okay.
Can you read in Joey's voice?
Read it in Joey's voice? Okay. The four travelers walked up to the great gate in the Emerald City, also known as Brooklyn. When the people heard they had melted the wicked Pegasus of the West, they all gathered around and followed the travelers to the palace of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Rage.
Brooklyn Rage. Emerald City Rage. They thought that the King of Games would send for them at once, but he did not. The waiting was tiresome and weary. Promptly at 9 o'clock the next morning, they all went into the throne room with the King of Games. Presently, they heard a voice, and it said solemnly, "I am the King of Games. The great and terrible, why do you seek me? We have come to claim our starships, so ours." "What starships?" asked.
I want the milk of a stove from me.
You promised to send me back to Brooklyn. When the wicked Pegasus of the West was destroyed, said the girl. "Is the wicked Pegasus really destroyed?" asked the voice. Asked the voice, and Dorothy thought it trembled a little. "Yeah." "Dear me," said the voice. "How sudden. Well, come to me tomorrow, for I must have time to think it over." "You'll have plenty of time already," said the tin Nylock angrily. "You must keep your promises to us," exclaimed Dorothy. The lion gave a large, loud roar, which was so fierce that Yugi jumped in alarm and tipped over the screen that stood in the corner. As it fell, that's actually something that happened. As it fell, where'd they go? As it fell with a crash, they saw standing in just the spot the screen had hidden, a little old man. The Tin Nylock rushed towards the little man and cried out, "Who are you?" "I am Oz, the great and terrible," said the little man in a trembling voice.
Still haven't late.
Huh?
Still haven't gotten late.
I'm just a common pharaoh. Did I give a voice to the scarecrow yet? "You're more than that," said the scarecrow in a grieved tone. "You're a humbug."
Oh no!
Sick
Them
bird
fighting
man,
words.
Tristan.
Next we're gonna say Poopy.
But I don't understand, said Joey in bewilderment. "How was it that you appeared to me as a great head?" "Great head."
Well, you see.
"That was one of my tricks," answered Oz. "Sit down, please, and I will tell you my story. I was born in Egypt." Are you gonna go from here?
Sure.
What is this thing?
I'm gonna make them Sonic characters.
Go ahead.
You wanted a nipple?
Alright, name a Sonic character. Who's Dorothy?
Knuckles!
Shout out.
Fingers! His fingers!
His fingers the
Fingers the echidna.
Shout out.
Why? That isn't very far from Egypt. Well, that isn't very far from Kansas. Try Dorothy. I'll make the Wizard of Oz shadow.
Yes.
I became a balloonist. A man who goes up in a balloon on a circus day. One day I went up in a balloon and the ropes got twisted so that I couldn't come down again. It went way above the clouds, many, many miles away. I awoke and found the balloon floating over a beautiful country in the midst of a strange people. Oh, that's weird. We thought I was a great wizard. I think you're a very bald hedgehog, said Dorothy.
Bald? Where'd you get bald?
Oh.
It's bad.
I think you're very dyslexic. I think I'm a very dyslexic reader.
My dear, I'm a very good man, but I'm a very bad wizard. The witches of the East and West were terribly wicked, and had they not thought I was more powerful than they themselves, they would surely have destroyed me. So you can imagine how pleased I was when I heard your house had fallen on the wicked witch of the East. When you came to me, I was willing to promise anything, if you would only do away with the other witch. But now that you have melted her, I am ashamed to say that I cannot keep my promises.
What an ass.
Who should the Scarecrow be?
Vector.
Sonic.
Can't you give me my brains? Asked the Scarecrow hot.
Make the cat. Make the cat.
You don't need them. You are learning something every day. Experience is the only thing that brings knowledge.
That may be true, said the Scarecrow. But I shall be very unhappy unless you give me my brains. What are you doing? What are you doing? What?
I want to talk about photos, apparently.
Oh, God. I want you to stop talking about things. The lion? Let's see, who's the lion be?
Tails.
Tails, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
But how about my courage? Asked the lion anxiously.
I think that's plenty of courage. I'm sure, answered Oz. All you need is confidence in yourself and a couple Chaos Emeralds.
Perhaps I have, but I'm scared just the same, said the lion. I shall be very unhappy unless you give me the sort of courage that makes one forget he is afraid. The Tin Man?
Vector.
No, he's Tin Man. Omega.
Omega, yeah.
What was that?
It was,
How about my heart? Asked the Tin Woodman.
Why, as for that, answered Oz, I think you were wrong to want a heart. It makes most people unhappy.
Well, that's pretty grim. That's pretty shadow. I don't know. That must be a matter of opinion. From my part, I will bear all the unhappiness without a murmur if it will give me a heart. Who did I make Dorothy? Oh, no, Knuckles, yeah. And now, said Dorothy, how am I to get back to the floating island?
Very well, answered Oz meekly. Come back tomorrow.
And then,
what is this thing?
Skip
Skip to the part that says what this
Oh,
is.
wait, no, I know what
He's
this is
in
now.
here.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, this is
Oh, it's the hot air balloon.
He's flashing back to...
No, this is the hot air balloon.
What is that? Oh, it's all screwed up.
It's
Okay, you know what it does? You get it 3D like this.
Oh, I think it might have gotten screwed up.
Yeah? No, look.
Oh,
I made it work kind of.
Mostly white spins.
Because you're supposed to stand up like this. And then it billows out.
Okay.
But we figured out what it was.
You're as smart as a second grader.
When did this happen? What is going on
Who
here?
is that?
Queen of
Glinda.
Hearts? Oh, it is. Yeah, it's Glinda. Of course it is.
Frieza, I think you mean.
I've come to destroy Oz. You have 5 minutes.
By that I mean 5 hours.
5 episodes.
Right. A classic.
That witch.
That was pretty cool.
That witch.
Great.
That witch.
I like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.